The Houston Rockets this year have been terrible. After they completely failed the Harden situation, barely getting anything in exchange for a generational talent, the future was looking pretty grim. But they got Kevin Porter Jr. from the Cavs for basically nothing, and Porter has shown incredible potential so far, averaging 17, 4, and 6 at only 20 years old, even scoring 50 in a game recently against the Bucks. While his efficiency is pretty bad, he still has room to grow. But could he really be the Rocket star for the future? Now before we get this video started, as always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and let's get right into it. Averaging about 10 points and 4 rebounds on good efficiency and a small amount of games at USC, Porter wasn't a name thrown around as much as a lot of guys in his draft, but he was still in talks among teams. He ended up getting picked 30th overall by the Bucks, who would then trade him to the Cavs, who were trying to rebuild. The 19-year-old Porter got decent minutes in his rookie season, putting up 10, 3, and 2 on passable efficiency. Not good, but passable. For a 30th overall pick, his ability was already making him look like a steal. But after not playing for the Cavs for various reasons earlier this season, he was traded to the Rockets, who had recently started a rebuild of their own. So far, KPJ has been better than the Rockets could have ever hoped for, even with some controversy off the court. While his efficiency could be worrying, just having the confidence to shoot is important. A 20-year-old has plenty of time to improve efficiency, but confidence is generally harder to develop. It's clear that Porter is good, but how much potential does he have? With such a small sample size of games, it's hard to tell. But there are so many possibilities for somebody so young. There's always a chance something happens and he'll regress, but for the sake of this video, I'll assume he doesn't. Due to his age, there's almost no chance I'll be accurate, but I do see as a worst case scenario him being a 15 to 18 point per game scorer and improved efficiency, maybe like 45, 35, 80. A player with his skill set can always be useful on a competing team, and with his body frame, I think he could improve defensively in a major way as well. Worst case scenario, I see him as a solid defender, but not much more. With his wingspan and athleticism, he has a relatively high floor defensively. And best case scenario, I see him as a great defender. 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan gives you a lot of potential on that end of the court, and he's quick enough on his feet to keep up with most other players. Offensively, it's hard to judge. He'll never be an efficient scorer, that just isn't the way he plays, but he has the tools to be much better if he can improve his efficiency. He's also become a solid passer so far this season. Given how many players are scoring 20 points a game nowadays, I could see him averaging 23 to 26 points per game with 6 or 7 assists per game on maybe 45, 35, 80 splits. Again, he'll never be efficient, but I don't think his efficiency right now will continue long term. So my thoughts on KPJ, can he be a star for the Rockets? Yes, I don't think he'll be on the level to be a lone superstar, but a few years down the line, if you pair him with another star, the Rockets can be pretty good. I can see him making multiple All-Star games, maybe not all NBA level, but definitely All-Star. So despite the Rockets messing up the Harden situation so badly, they have a future star in KPJ, and while I don't think he'll save the franchise all on his own, he has potential to be a real star for them in the coming years. Already having good offensive tools and having the physical frame to be a good defender as well, the future is looking bright for KPJ. But what do you think? Do you think he'll be a star in the future? Or is this season a fluke? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Thank you.